It's graduation season, and the class of 2026 is entering a job market that looks very different from even a few years ago. Megan Slabinski from Robert Half is here to explain the landscape that new grads are walking into, and she has practical advice for those stepping into the workplace. Hello, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Looking so summery. We love it.
Doing our best, yes.
Okay, I want to talk about AI. This is everywhere. Everyone's talking about it. Is this making it harder for new graduates and just early professionals to land a job?
You know, AI is changing the expectations around early career professionals, but it's not actually reducing the amount of opportunity that's available to recent grads or early career professionals. What we're finding is employers expect new grads to demonstrate an understanding of how to use AI tools in the workplace. But also about 4 out of 10 caution, don't overuse AI to match your skills to a job posting, because you're going to end up in an opportunity that's not the right skills match long term for you.
That makes perfect sense. Everyone's using it all the time to like freshen up this resume or email, and it's great, but it's like, are we still using and understanding the tools to set ourselves up for success, would you say?
Absolutely. And are you matching and looking like a resume that everyone else is presenting as well? If you're all using the same tools to match your skill set, it's hard to differentiate yourself.
That makes sense. Just do it yourself then and use it as a tool.
Yes.
That's my advice, my unsolicited advice. What actually helps early career professionals then stand out?
You know, it's interesting. The Fed Bank just released a survey saying it's not AI, but it's actually been the increase in remote work since the pandemic that's more negatively impacting early career professionals. There's less opportunity for mentorship, so employers are hesitant to hire early career professionals. So number one is be open to on-site opportunities. And most people kind of tend to prefer that remote or hybrid work, but really lean into on-site roles. Also, demonstrating the standard, classic, important soft skills: time management, punctuality, professional dress, communication, and responsiveness really differentiate, especially in the age of AI and technology.
Makes sense. Maybe even writing a handwritten thank you card could go a long way. You know, that's what people used to tell me back in the day when I would go
It's still
to an
valid,
interview.
Kelly. It's
okay,
important.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm still cool. Are employers still willing to train and mentor? Because you mentioned this is harder when there's the remote opportunities, but do you see that a lot of professionals still want to do that and have that contact?
They are. Employers are willing to mentor. Sometimes it's more casual, and that's where that in-office component can come into play, of really leaning into feedback or observing what other professionals around you are doing that have a little bit more work experience. But employers can help recent grads by having a more formal approach to mentorship and learning on the job to coach up that level of experience that you're looking for if there is any kind of skills gap or just professional work experience.
Makes sense. And everybody wanted somebody to give them an opportunity, say yes. We've all been there. So I guess if you have the opportunity to mentor and take the time, definitely
Pay it forward.
do that. Yes. Exactly. What mistakes can early career job seekers make out of the gate?
I think not thinking about how this first opportunity is going to launch their career trajectory long term. They look at it more as a stepping stone rather than a foundational brick in their long-term career. Most of us are going to work for 40 years, so thinking about a role for the skills that you're going to gain, the network that you're going to get access to. Also seeking out that professional mentorship or coaching and showing a willingness to take advice and seek it out and then apply it to your own performance, I think is really important, as well as the soft skills development that we mentioned.
Yeah, and what practical advice would you give anyone entering the job market? Because I keep hearing from a lot of friends who are out of work, the job market is tough right now.
It is. It's nuanced, right? It's very nuanced. So to the class of 2026, I would say really think about working for more small to medium-sized companies where maybe the impact of AI and technology hasn't been felt as powerful as larger companies. But also thinking about contract or internships. A lot of employers will hire from that contract project-based pool after they've seen your work performance, or seeing you in the work culture environment. So don't rule out those opportunities as a way to get your foot in the door and get your career journey going.
Definitely. Would you recommend too, because back in the day, again, it used to be okay to call and ask for even an informational interview and just get your foot in the door. So
absolutely. Think about where you want to go in your career and seek out people, offer to buy them a cup of coffee or meet for 15 minutes. It's a low stakes, no pressure, and most people, again, remember what it felt like to be an early career professional and want somebody to give you some information that will be helpful.
Definitely. And how do you think AI just in general is going to impact jobs? Do you think some will be eliminated?
It's really hard to tell, right? And it's definitely a dynamic shifting landscape. But right now, based off of the data we've seen and the research, more than half of hiring managers anticipate AI will actually create and generate more opportunities versus less than 20% say they think it's going to eliminate jobs overall. So that's good news for now. It's a dynamic landscape, but really AI is about supplementing and supporting automation. It's not about eliminating professions. You think about accounting and finance and spreadsheets or payroll software. It didn't eliminate those jobs. It shifted priorities, and you were more strategic or analytic than you were just data entry driven.
Makes sense. Megan, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
As always.
Thank you.